Here's the opening range recap for March 2023. Fairly clean month. Anytime I have red, uh, means we need to dig a little deeper, which I'll get to in a moment. None of the information here in March 7th is included in the totals here. So I'll walk through the totals here, and then we'll talk about March 7th a bit and what happened there and why really isn't anything there. But anyway, the Dow had 99 points, so first outside of the 7th, couple of break-even trades and a 47-pointer. The next day had 25, and then the 23rd had 27, so total of 99 points. The NQ did really well, really clean the whole month as well, outside of the 7th. So 102 points, which is really good, and like I said, clean. And outside the 7th, everything was clean. S&P 13.5. So what happened on March 7th? March 7th was a day where the Fed Chairman Powell spoke at 10 a.m. in front of Congress. And the reason it's all in asterisks, for example, just looking at the Dow as an example, two things happened on that particular day. One, the opening range was very, very small. So the Dow opening range for that particular day was 37 points. That has not had that opening range for over a year and a half. So the market was anticipating the Powell speech. It wasn't going to do anything until then. So a tiny, tiny opening range. Now, Powell spoke at 10 a.m. I think he released his statement right at 10 a.m. as well. So for the Dow, you had a pivot hit at 10, another pivot hit at 10, another pivot hit at 10:01, another pivot hit at 10:03. In that particular case, it would have been very, very difficult to get the 9 and the 18. So again, I didn't count it in these numbers here. The NQ was even faster, had a smallish opening range, 1875, but it had a pivot hit at 10, 10:01, 10:01, 10:02. So you would have gotten some of this NQ trade, for example, as well, but it would have been very quick and difficult to do that all. Again, that's why I didn't include it. And then the S&P on that particular day, the S&P had 3.75 points was the opening range. I think that was the one that was, I hadn't seen that small of opening range in over a year. So those are very difficult in general to trade. The 25%, you're only going for 3/4 of 1 point or 3 ticks, which is rather insane, especially with a Powell testimony. So you had 5 pivot hits between 10 o'clock and 10:01. And that's why you would have won this one actually at 10:08. But those 5 pivot hits, and the reason it says 5 trades here is because of those, that 5 pivot hits in the minute, little over a minute. So really difficult to trade. Nothing really able to do. You would have gotten, there's just no way you would have been able to trade it. And those also missed the 50% by a tick, missed 50% by a tick. So you had a whole lot of there. But if you look at the chart on March 7th, right around 10 a.m., you'll see what I'm talking about. So I just completely count that as a nothing, even though you would have made some money on the Dow and the NQ possibly if you were that fast. S&P, I'm guessing you would have probably got hurt, but again, a very small opening range. But overall, a nice month, again, outside of the March 7th. We'll see what April brings. If you have any questions on the trade idea, let me know. drop a comment, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.